So you have an attorney for your Virginia workers' compensation claim, and you had a pretty horrific injury on your case. And let's say you have permanent hardware implanted in your body from surgery that your doctor performed on you because of your work injury. And now your attorney has helped you get under an award. We have other videos where we talk about the significance of that. You've been paid your weekly compensation checks while you've been out from work, recovering from your surgery. It took a while, but because you're young, you were able to return to work and you get a permanency rating even on your injuries. Let's say it's to your leg or your hip or something like that. After a little while, you move because you get another job and it actually pays more than the one you were making before, which is great, even with your injuries. And you assume that your case is entirely over with. You don't contact your lawyer anymore. You don't give them your current address, your phone number, and you figure that's the end of my case. Okay, I did what I was supposed to do, got some money, got my stuff paid for, and that's it. So the question today is, was that a safe assumption to make? Hi, my name is Joe Miller, workers' compensation attorney in Virginia, North Carolina, personal injury attorney as well. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video, staying in touch with your attorney even though you may think your case is over. Another way to phrase the subject is, when is my workers' compensation case really over with? As we said, a young person, could be an older person too, who had a bad injury, went back to work, got some extra money, assumed that was it, went on about his or her merry way. And the truth is that person might be right. I mean, there may be nothing else to talk about in the claim. But I will say, more often than not, even after a situation like the one we've discussed, where the workers' comp insurance company at some point is probably going to reach out to me if I'm your attorney and say, hey, Joe, would you like to try to settle this one? And what that means is they want to pay you some money. Why would the insurance company want to do that? Why would they want to pay you money? Once you get under an award in Virginia, okay, we have something here called a lifetime medical award. So whatever your injuries were, what that means is the insurance company, the workers' comp insurance company, is on the hook for the remainder of your life for any and all medical treatment related to that injury, okay, for the rest of your life. So in the situation that we've described, which is not uncommon, this injured worker had permanent hardware in his body. And this could happen from any number of things. We could be talking about a back fusion where your back has been fused and there's plates and screws that are in there. It could be any number of things that where hardware has been implanted in your body permanently. And as we know, over time, this hardware has got to be monitored, first of all, for infection, for breakage, for movement, or simply, just wearing out. And if you've had this hardware implanted at a young age, at some point, it's probably going to need to be replaced. This person that we're talking about, he's got a new job. He's got this lifetime medical, award. And he's going about his merry way, and he doesn't even know maybe that these procedures, if he needs any out of the procedures, whether it's in his back, whether it's in his hip, or whatever the hardware is, if he needs any of these other procedures, it's actually supposed to be covered by the workers' comp insurance company. So the big point here is that these issues, these potential issues with the hardware, with whatever the medical condition is that they're responsible for life, are precisely the reason the insurance company is going to want to reach out to us at some point, more often than not, to try to resolve the claim. Basically, they want to limit their liability for your injuries in exchange for paying you money. That's what a settlement is. But guess what? If you're still on record as being represented by me, they're not going to reach out to you directly. They're going to reach out to me, your attorney, okay? They're not going to know to reach out to you because they're going to see on the record that we still represent you. Let's say they come to me and they say, well, we want to make an offer to try to close out this claim. We heard your client is doing fine and we'd like to try to close it out. Well, if I can't reach you, I got no way to tell you about anything or discuss potential settlement of the claim with you, or even to see how you're doing and whether it's a possibility to do that. So this actually happened to us fairly recently on a couple of claims. Both gentlemen returned to work and didn't think anything else about it. One had an extremely severe injury, but opted to obtain a higher paying job, which is fine. I mean, he was young, he was doing real well, but he had very extensive permanent hardware in his body. What he did is he moved, changed his phone number, And we attempted every means at our disposal to get up with this person. We even, skip traced him, everything. Couldn't find him. Will the insurance company want to settle with him? Maybe. In that particular case, they didn't specifically reach out to us yet, but they might at some point. And if we reached out to them, so y'all want to close out this case, they might say yes and want to offer some money. But he'll never know. Okay? Now, this other gentleman, the second person, he also returned to work, also disappeared for a while, but we eventually found him after a few months. In the meantime, the insurance company was trying to discuss settlement with him. Okay? But we had no way to reach him. He just assumed that his case was over and done with. That person was physically unable to continue in the job that he had chosen after he got hurt. Had we not been able to find him, he would have been completely 100% unaware of his rights under the law, which are that he's actually going to be entitled to some more money now because he's unable to work due to his injuries. Let's assume the first fellow, okay, that we talked about, he got a higher paying job, but was unable to continue in that job because of his injuries. Can he also go back and get his weekly checks? Okay. Now, the answer is it depends how long it's been. Okay. From the last check that he got until when he's trying to claim some more temporary total disability checks. And there's the weekly comp checks that you get. If it's been more than 24 months, the answer is no. There's nothing he can do. But let's say, God forbid, he's at month, 23, 23 and a half, or he's close to it. He say, man, this is not working out. And he wants to claim something, and he's in that month 24 and 1 day. Okay? Guess what? He's blown it. Had he contacted us or had we been able to reach him within the right amount of time, we'd have said, no, my friend, if your doctor's going to take you out of work, you need to get it done now before the 24 months is over so you can claim your temporary total disability. In Virginia, you got 2 years, that 2-year window from the last check you got to the next time that you claim it. If you come out again for your injuries and you got after the 2 years passes, it's gone forever. In North Carolina, where we also represent folks that are hurt on the job, they don't have the lifetime medical like Virginia does. So if you go more than 2 years without treating in North Carolina, you might lose your benefits for the medical part. Okay? So listen, the bottom line with all this is your claim is not over until it's over. Some claims do kind of peter out. Some person goes back to work, they got no further problems, they don't need any more treatment whatsoever, they've got no hardware or anything like that, maybe it could have been a back sprain or something like that, and they're good to go. But in some cases, particularly if you've had a severe injury, right, and required implantation of hardware, which requires ongoing treatment or will require ongoing treatment at some point, or you use assistive devices, the insurance company may very well be looking to settle with you at some point. And if you disappear on us, we're not going to be able to communicate with you to discuss that. So the bottom line is, please don't do that, okay? Unless you have an award for a full and final settlement, don't disappear on your attorney, okay? There may be more to discuss on your claim. You may be missing out on quite a bit of money, all right? And that would be a shame. And also, besides that, why use your insurance benefits? Why use your health insurance benefits and pay the co-pays when workers' comp has to cover these injuries 100%? There's no co-pays, okay? So you're wasting money and you're losing money, potentially, if you don't stay up with your attorney if the claim has not been fully settled. If you or a loved one have been hurt on the job, please don't hesitate to give us a call. Be happy to discuss it with you. One of the things I'm starting to do now, because I think it's the right thing to do, is to say, if you find the information on this channel helpful, please like and subscribe. This is Joe Miller, signing off. God bless.